Right, ladies and gentlemen, if we can make a start on this Finance Strategy Management Committee meeting on Tuesday, 25th of June in Biddulph Council Chambers. This meeting is being recorded and will be uploaded to Biddulph Town Council YouTube. The aim of this decision making should be transparent and in the public domain, which will involve more community and local democracy. By being in this council chamber, you are consented to be recorded and for your images to be added to the YouTube. The images and sound may be used for training purposes. Any views expressed by the speakers are their own and not necessarily reflected by the views of Town Council or Town Council. Please view the guidelines on recording in public meetings policy if you need more information. Thank you. First item on the agenda is apologies. I have apologies received by Councillor Brady, Councillor Salt, Councillor Eardley, and we have a substitute for Councillor Eardley of Councillor Holsworth this afternoon. Are there any other apologies?
Yeah, Charles just rang me, Charlie Smith, Councillor Smith, and should be a bit late.
All right, thank you, Councillor Jackson. All right. We'll take that. Right. Second item, number 18, declarations of interest. Non-declared, if anything crops up later in the meeting, please give me a shout. And 18, the second one, disclosable pecuniary interests and other interests. Councillor Jones.
Thank you, Chair. Yeah, bit of more scouts. My wife is an occasional helper there. Pretty much from the big important title officer. So I certainly won't vote on scouts.
Very much for that. Okay, thank you. Number 19, to confirm the minutes of the meeting Finance Strategy Management Committee meeting held on the 28th of May 2024. That's a heart.
Yeah. But my district council fund mostly goes to the Amateur Swimming Association. So it's not a particularly interesting, so purely
Okay, thank you. These minutes were approved in Town Council on the 11th of June. May I say there was a true copy? All in favour? Thank you. Moving on to number 20. To approve the bank reconciliation for April 2024, all accounts attached. See these in your pack. Move those. Seconded. Opposed, Councillor Fawley, Councillor Hart. All in favour to accept these minutes?
Yeah.
Good. Right, 21. Through the final 5-year strategy on the period of public consultation. I bring the chief officer on this, please.
Yeah, so I've made an amendment to the document to note the consultation that took place. So this was advertised on our website and social media, and the opportunity to decide essentially whether they thought that the priorities that were identified were suitable. Obviously, we've got quite a wide-ranging list of priorities over the next 5 years, and you previously had the opportunity to feed into those and comment on those as well. So I would suggest to you that this is the final version of this document, albeit it will be reviewed on an annual basis. And if you are happy to adopt this, then at the next meeting in July, I'll bring you an action plan for the remainder of this financial year, and then we'll be very clear what we're working on in line with the strategy.
Thank you. Any comments, Councillor Jones?
Yeah, I was just going to move it and say, express thanks to Sarah and the team for putting it together.
Seconded. Yeah.
Just ask what are the hard copies placed in the library or anything like that, or downstairs, or is it all sort of online and people wanted to look at it? I'm thinking this document also is a useful tool when we're looking at getting sort of funded anywhere, so bang within that sort of stuff as well.
Yeah, and if I may, that's the piece of it really, so that we've got to fund us, we've got a very clear direction to travel. And certainly, yes, when we've adopted this, we'll put this out widely in printed form as well.
Okay. Thank you. All in favour of that one? Move on then. Thank you. Number 22, is an update on shared prosperity funding. This is on the roof for the visitor centre and for the frontage of this town hall included.
Yeah,
Officer, please.
thank you. So just to make you aware that I submitted the bid for the visitor centre. So that's the solar panels on the roof. I also added to that we would like to do some investigation work into the water turbine to make the space usable at the back of the visitor centre going forward. I need to essentially generate more power there without paying more. And as part of the grant stipulation, it was necessary to meet to a support Staffordshire. So I have done that. I've met with Sarah Roberts, who is the officer employed by Support Staffordshire, who is involved in all the grants for the Shared Prosperity Fund. She didn't have anything to add to the grant application that I'd done already. Although she said they have had something like 17 applications for that pot, so she was unsure whether all or some would get all or part of what they do. So we'll have to wait and see. We've now received the signed agreement for the town hall frontage from the district council legal team, so that's good to go. I've had some conversations, so you'll recall that the money that we get from the Shared Prosperity Fund is for capital spend on the town hall frontage and also for some revenue funding. Well, obviously the revenue funding will go towards the fees that we will incur for the next stage of the town hall frontage, but the hope was that we could also try and move forward with the pedestrianisation of the southern end of the high street. So I've had some discussions with the gentleman from Amy that we dealt with previously, and I've emailed the officer who is leading on the local strategic transport plan, something like that, at the county council, just to say this is a project that we'd like to raise. So the idea of that was not that we would use any of our capital funding this time for the pedestrianisation, but that we would be in a position for the next lot of funding, the next opportunity. We kind of had another shovel-ready projects. That's where we are with that. I'm going to, over the next probably couple of months, no mad rush on it, pull together a list of projects that could be backup projects. I don't know whether there is funding slashing around still in need for Shared Prosperity Fund that will be allocated, but I think it would be a good thing for us to identify a number of projects that we could deliver quite quickly in case there is funding available, so that we don't have to give it back.
Thank you. I've got a few speakers. Councillor Jones first, please.
Very quickly, Chair. Yeah, just with the turbine at the visitor centre, the Friends group sadly now seems to have faded away. I think COVID did for it, and a while last week to say they're not really that keen on getting together. One of the members of the Friends group was very far down the line talking to Manchester University to get some assistance with that. So if we keep that in mind, and then if we do move that forward, then I'll bring Sean in, and I mean, you might be able to save us some money, because they were going to do it as a project, not to save yourself a few quid. Because you've got to be so careful with that. The existing turbine can't just be fixed and turned on, because if it's on all the time, the lake will be empty in about 24 hours. But it has to be a newer design that only soaks up a little bit of water. So just if we keep that on the marker.
Thank you for that information. Councillor Yates. Councillor Yates.
Sorry, yes, I had a cabinet meeting this afternoon at Staff Smalls District Council. One of the things which we pushed for was a balancing list on UK Shared Prosperity Fund, which would be still available after the next meeting, which is the 17th of September, and they've nearly completed it, so they are going to issue that, because we've certainly got no intention of sending anything back. So there may well be some opportunities, and there may well be opportunities for other community groups, which I think we've got steered towards that, which we'll get on to later. Yeah.
Thank you for that update. Councillor Jackson.
Yeah, the meeting you had with the lady from Port Staffordshire, you said there was about 17 projects, but did those projects overshoot the money that was actually available?
Well, she didn't share that information with me, but then I think the pot for that particular grant is something like £200,000, and we've went for 40. So I think lots of people are using it as an opportunity for fixing roofs and solar panels, so it's quite big stuff. But I mentioned.
I think just to say, I think the work that you're doing on stuff from the shelf, I've always been an advocate of having something on the shelf because we were accused of not having anything, weren't we, in the previous round. So always have something on the shelf that's ready to go when the funding becomes available.
Thank you.
So the list I'll pull together is beneficial both in case there's an understanding of shared prosperity and also for us to work up going forward. So if you do have particular projects that you want us to work up or put forward, for funding, then only instruct me a quick email and just say, I'll add this to your list. We try and keep ticking over.
Oh, yeah, something on the back burner, ready to go. Councillor Hartleys.
All right, 2 points. I agree with Kevin that we ought to have a nice little shelf-ready project just in case, because you never know when there might be a little bit of money slushing around that nobody's got the name on. Secondly, many years ago, I was involved as deputy chair of Peak Leader, and we financed a hydro project for Grad Batch, in actual fact, and that was a principle where it gathered water up into a tank, 10,000 gallon tank, and then discharged it down a pipe and then back into the stream again, having gone through a turbine. And used to produce £16,500 worth of electricity at whole price every year.
Huh?
The wetter it got, the more money they made.
Money it made there, yeah, brilliant. Thank you for that information. That covers that at the moment. Anything else to add now?
No, that's fine. It's just an update.
Yeah, brilliant. Thank you very much for all the information. Right. Moving on then. Number 23. Consider dispose of any assets in line with the asset management policy and financial regulations. Do we have any at the moment?
No, nothing new at the moment.
Nothing to add to that. That's a standing item, so there's nothing to dispose of at the moment. Moving on to 23B, firm approve suppliers as part of procurement policy. That is a paper that you've been tabled this evening. Good add.
Yeah, so there's 6 new suppliers that we have received all of their documentation for. We're going through the process, as you know, of adding potential contractors to our list, but also going and making sure and double checking that all of those involved in our burials have the appropriate documentation. So you'll see some names you recognise on there, and all of the information has been received satisfactorily from them. I just need your approval.
Do we need any approval on these? That's that one, that. Okay, so the top column, 23B, we're okay on that?
Yes.
Yep. There we are. Yeah. 26, so that one. Yeah. Right. Moving on then. Now the conference. So I'm now afraid we go into the confidential section, so we lose our YouTube viewers, but thank you for watching. Now we shall go into confidential. Thank you. Right.